Good evening and welcome to the Collegewise Virtual College Fair. My name is Gwen and I'm going to be facilitating tonight's session for you over the next 45 minutes. Just want to thank you for attending tonight. Hope that you will find this beneficial. Just want to remind our attendees that your microphone and your video are both off, and so our presenters will not be able to see or hear you. However, you do have access to a Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen that will allow you to ask questions of our presenters throughout the next 45 minutes. I do encourage you to take advantage of that Q&A feature, ask your questions, get your information. They're more than happy to answer those questions for you. You do not have to wait for a particular school to present to ask a question, so feel free to ask those at any point. Also, if you have a general question, just feel free to ask that and get responses from each of our presenters. But if you do have a question that is specific to one institution, do feel free to specify that in the question, okay? Also, just a reminder that this session is being recorded, so you'll have access to this in about a week, all right? So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. And so our first institution to present is Whittier College.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you all very much for your participation this evening. My name is Erasmo Fuentes, and I'm the Director of Admissions at Whittier College. So, Whittier College is a nationally respected college of the liberal arts and sciences, and perhaps some of you folks may have heard of that particular phrase before, liberal arts colleges, but perhaps maybe you're just not fully aware of exactly what it entails, the type of an education students obtain at a liberal arts college, or the overall experiences that our students go through. And the best way to summarize it for us specifically at Whittier, it's all about exploring ideas from the many different fields that we offer when it comes to the various academic options, whether it's history, business, chemistry, or psychology. Ultimately, we expect you guys to make connections. So again, exploration, connections, and then the third sort of pillar when it comes to summarizing a liberal arts education at Whittier College is the challenge. We do hope that you are able to challenge yourself and try different things that perhaps maybe at your previous institution while you were in high school or at the JC, perhaps maybe you just weren't too comfortable exploring and stepping outside of your comfort zone. So, those are sort of the expectations that we set up for our students at Whittier, the opportunity to explore academic options, for them to ultimately make the connections between these particular programs, and then obviously challenge yourself to try different things. When it comes to the different academic options that Whittier has to offer, as you can see here, we offer close to 30 different academic majors. Some of our most popular programs include biology, kinesiology, business administration, and psychology. We also have a few pre-professional programs like pre-med and pre-physical therapy, as well as a 3-2 engineering program with the University of Southern California. In addition to our 30 plus majors, we have close to 45 different academic minors. Those are listed here with a small asterisk. One thing that I always point out when talking about our academic options at Whittier is the fact that while yes, we will ask you during the admission process, what are your top 2, your top 3 intended majors, by no means are we admitting any of our students into a specific major or a program. We admit our students as a whole into the college, and then it is up to you folks as students to work with your faculty mentors to decide exactly which academic path you wish to pursue. If you come in with a major in mind, you will definitely have the option to start working on your academic major as early as day 1. If you come in undeclared, sort of with an open mind, that is also perfectly fine, and you'll be more than welcome to do so and explore the various academic programs that Whittier has to offer. As you are satisfying your liberal ed requirements, it's not until the end of your sophomore year in which you will definitely have to make some pretty big decisions, just because all of our programs have been designed to be completed in exactly 4 years. A very exciting aspect of the overall Whittier College experience is how many chances you will have for hands-on learning. No matter which major you select, there will be an element of hands-on learning. Within the class, you will put what you're learning to practice through labs, group projects, and having academic discussions with your peers. Outside of the class, students can take advantage of the many internships found, on campus or around the area where we're located, which is in Southern California, close to like Los Angeles in the Orange County area. Students can also take on fellowships to work and conduct research alongside our faculty. And then there's also going to be tons of different opportunities to put, to give back to your community by participating in service-based projects. Another very fun and exciting opportunity for hands-on learning is study abroad. All of our programs, the 30-something plus programs that we offer at Whittier have been designed to allow our students to take the opportunity to study abroad. In the past, we've seen our students gone to China, New Zealand, Greece, Spain, Mexico, to just name a few countries. And every single class that you take while you are away, whether it be for a semester, for an entire year, will count towards your graduation requirements. Whittier is a very small and intimate learning environment. We have about 1,700 students. Our average class size is 19. The overall student to faculty ratio is 12:1. And we proudly say that, 0 of our students goes ignored. Our faculty, our staff are working day in and day out to ensure that we are establishing an overall learning environment where our students do not fall in between the cracks. We want to make sure that you folks are feeling comfortable and safe and asking questions and participating in all the different activities, both academic and co-curricular, that the college has to offer. We are located in Southern California, as I mentioned. Obviously, Southern California is a very vibrant area with tons of different opportunities for socializing and exploring a lot of the great things that are associated with Southern California, whether it be theme parks, beaches, hiking trails. In the winter, we actually do get a little bit of snow down here, so we definitely do provide the option to our students to go and do some snowboarding. But obviously, you guys are coming down here to learn, to be full-time college students, so we do not want to lose track of the fact that there are going to be tons of also different opportunities for professional and academic development via various internships and exciting job opportunities that are associated with Southern California. So in the past, we've been able to place our students in internships either with the various recording and movie studios and located in Hollywood. We've seen some of our students go and work with JPL, which is the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena. We've been able to establish connections with the business industry, the tech industry, the medicine industry. And again, a lot of these particular industries are very much unique to Southern California. So these are the type of opportunities that we're offering our students, not only on the social scale, but also when it comes to academic and professional development. Whittier is recognized as one of the most diverse liberal arts colleges in the entire country. And that's a recognition that we're definitely very excited to have. We are also a residential institution. We have over 70 plus different clubs and organizations, from anything from our very own brand of fraternities and societies, which we call societies, as well as offering this opportunity for our students to participate in sports. We are an NCAA Division III school. We are a common application school as well. This year, we decided to eliminate our application fee. We've been a test optional school, so we give our students the opportunity to go ahead and submit their test scores should they decide to do so. Our early action application deadline is scheduled for November 15th, and our record decision deadline is scheduled for February 1. If you have any additional questions regarding Whittier, here's our information. Feel free to reach out to us at any given point in time, and thank you all very, very much.
All right, thank you, Whittier College. Next up, we're going to hear from Harvey Mudd College.
Great, thank you very much. My name is Tira Briggs, and I'm the Vice President for Admission and Financial Aid at Harvey Mudd. And I also want to thank my colleague, Raisa Diamante, who is answering questions in the background, so feel free to ask if you have any. We are known as the Liberal Arts College of Engineering, Science, and Math, since we only offer majors in those areas. I'm going to move very quickly past this since Erasmo did a wonderful job talking about the value of Southern California, but we are located about 35 miles to the east of Los Angeles, also centrally located to all of the things he mentioned. Here is an overview of Claremont, California, where we're located, a small town of about 34,000 people, and we are in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains. So really wonderful access to the mountains as well as to LA and everything else that's happening there. We are part of something called the Claremont Colleges, and essentially that is the only planned college consortium in the country made up of 5 undergraduate colleges and 2 graduate institutions, and we're all located in 1 square mile. So you can see the 5 undergraduate colleges there. It's a huge advantage. Students really get the best of both worlds. All the advantages of going to a small school. We have a total of about 6,000 undergraduates across the 5 campuses, but you have the resources essentially of a small to mid-sized university where we share things like health services, counseling services, a library. You can use your ID to eat in any of the dining halls, join any of the over 300 clubs that are located at the colleges, join one of 2 different Division III athletic teams. But the most important way in which you interact is actually that as a student at Harvey Mudd or any one of the other Claremont colleges, it's not just that you can, but you will take courses at any of the other Claremont colleges. So it's like once you've been admitted to one college, you're admitted to all of the others as well. You can cross major. We're on the same course schedule, the same exam schedule. It's an amazing resource for our students. Harvey Mudd mission, very central to who we are. Everything is about very high level work in the STEM fields, but in the context of a liberal arts education, very much focusing on that last part of the mission statement, understanding the impact of your work on society. We are the smallest of the Claremont colleges at 900 undergraduates, and we're very proud of the fact that we are 50% female and 50% male, not what you often see at a technical institution. I mentioned we only offer majors in math, science, and engineering. Here they are, but you don't have to know what you want to study as you're coming in. You just have to be fairly certain that it's something in the STEM fields. We do have a different engineering major in that you don't major in mechanical engineering or civil engineering. You actually major in engineering as a field, and we do that very intentionally so that when you graduate, you're not pigeonholed into only one area. You can go on in any aspect of engineering, even though you can use your electives within the major to focus in on something specific. But you don't have to declare your major until the end of your sophomore year. This is a quick overview of our curriculum. About a third will be a core curriculum, a third your major, and a third humanities, social sciences, and the arts. And here is our core curriculum. So perhaps not surprisingly, in order to join Harvey Mudd, before you get to us, you have to have taken a year of calculus, a year of chemistry, and a year of physics. But you study in every single department in our core before you actually join, before you actually declare your major, so you can make a much more informed decision. But it's a really important part of who we are. Humanities, social sciences, and arts, all students declare a concentration, essentially just short of a minor in some aspect of HSA. These are the approved concentrations, but you can actually design your own if you want as well. And about half of your courses come from off of Harvey Mudd's campus and half will be on our own campus. Lots of research going on at Harvey Mudd. You do research as part of your courses. This is where it matters that we're competing with graduate students for research opportunities. All students will do a senior capstone project. And one of the most definitive or distinctive programs that we have is for students who major in computer science, engineering, the more applied fields. You take part in our clinic program, where companies like the ones you see listed here have our students in groups of 4 or 5 take on real life research problems for them. 10 to 12 patents come out of these projects every year. Our students' names are on the patents. So there are many ways that a small liberal arts college can provide you a lot of different research opportunities. A new computer science center is opening next semester with amazing 36,000 square feet, robotics labs, a makerspace on the first floor. Will help us expand our faculty as well as computer science with great clinic space as well. We are very residential, 98% of our students living on campus all 4 years. And we have first year students through seniors in every single dorm. So that is a huge part of who we are. These are sort of 4 pillars of the Harvey Mudd community. Certainly, you might think that a lot of STEM institutions can be highly competitive. That's not true for us at all. Instead, we are incredibly collaborative. We are rigorous, but it's also in a culture of support. And we are one of a handful of colleges to have a student-run honor code. And essentially that means that all of our exams are unproctored. So literally a professor will hand you or send you an exam and tell you how long you have to take it, what resources you can use, and you can take that anywhere. It really promotes an incredible sense of trust. The outcomes for Harvey Mudd are pretty extraordinary. We have the highest return on investment rating in the country, and our alums also have the highest average mid-career salary of graduates of any college university in the country. Part of that is because we are math, science, and engineering, but a big part of that is because of the skills our students graduate with in terms of they know how to write, they know how to collaborate, they know how to work across disciplines, and they know how to communicate. Very quickly for admission, only thing I want to highlight here is that we require 2 different teacher recommendations, one in math or science and one in humanities, social sciences, or arts. And we are test optional, both for SAT, ACT optional, both for this year's class and for next year's class. And for admission, we guarantee that we will meet 100% of demonstrated need. And in addition to that, we are need blind for our domestic students and our permanent residents. And then finally, we are virtual, so we are not allowing visits at the moment, but we hope that you will connect with us through all sorts of different virtual ways. And here is our my contact information. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and ask. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Harvey Mudd College. Just a reminder to our attendees that the Q&A is live, so definitely be asking your questions. All right, our next presenter is with Concordia University, Irvine.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining, and I'm glad to be here presenting to all of you. My name is Adam Bansmer, Associate Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Concordia Irvine. We are a private Christian liberal arts university in Southern California. I think that's a theme here as far as location with the schools. All of us are in Southern California. This first image here is of our campus. This lower area here is our facilities located in Irvine, California. We are safe from the fires if you guys have been hearing about anything today. So thank you for considering and thinking of us. We're going to go ahead and move forward. We were a young university just established in 1976, so just over 40 years old. Our undergraduate population is about 1,500 students. So it's a great size. About 900 students on a non-pandemic year live on campus. And so it's a really residential community as well, filled with all kinds of students from all different backgrounds. 140 different majors, minors, and programs available. You do not have to apply to a specific major. You just apply to the university and can go ahead and kind of get a feel for what you want to go into and take a feel for it. Our average student faculty ratio is 16:1, meaning small classroom sizes, professors who get to know you, want to invest in you, and want to help you with what your next step is. We know Concordia is not the end all be all. After Concordia, you need to go on and find a job, go to graduate school at one of these other great universities, and we'd love to help you get there if you don't want to take those graduate classes at Concordia. So we're going to help you take the right classes, write those glowing letters of recommendations you need, connect you with internships, people within the field to get you where you want to go. Our top 5 majors based on size alone, not because anyone is stronger than the other, are business, biology, psychology, liberal studies, which is for elementary education and teaching, as well as kinesiology. Once again, great classroom sizes that you get to know your professors, and they're going to help you move forward in the different emphases and concentrations in all of those majors. We also have majors in English, history, arts, musics, everything in between. One of the things that we are super passionate about is creating global learners, people that are learning from not only our campus, but people around the world. So we have study abroad opportunities in Cambridge, England. One of our favorite study abroad opportunities is the Around the World semester. It happens every other year, and it is open to all students. Do you apply for it? A small group of students, about 20 of you or so, with 3 professors, literally traveled around the world, 10 to 11 different countries, taking classes in so many different places on camels, in the backs of camels in the Sahara Desert, and floating down a boat in a river in Thailand. And by the end of it, you have completed 18 units and earned a minor in global cultural studies. But don't worry, that semester abroad will not set you back. We are still dedicated and committed to having you graduate in time, graduate in 4 years, so you can get on and move forward with whatever is next after Concordia. Like I mentioned, we are a private Christian university founded in the Lutheran faith, but there's no requirement for any kind of statement of faith to attend Concordia. We have students from all different backgrounds, from Muslims and Buddhists to Christians to atheists to everything in between, and it creates a really cool diversity on campus. We have chapels available, but they are not required. It's something that is optional for you to attend, as well as Bible studies and different mission trip opportunities, if that is something that you'd want to get into. Campus life, lots of ways to get involved. This image here is from our Midnight Madness. We unfortunately don't have a football program on campus, but basketball is huge. And so we like to launch it with a big party called Midnight Madness, where there's chances to win scholarships, as well as GoPros TVs. There's a slam dunk contest, super fun time. We are part of the NCAA Division II Pac West Conference, and very competitive. We also have 13 other sports programs besides men's basketball, including track and field, swim, water polo, tennis. You can think of it, and we might have it. There are also ways to get involved with co-curriculars through music, theater, forensics, which is our speech and debate team that always compete on a national level, in getting involved with our scholarship available through those as well. Application, super easy to apply. We make it as simple as possible. Applications are available now. We are admitting students and telling them the good news that they've been accepted to Concordia currently. So you can either apply through our website, cui.edu/app, or we are part of the Common App as well. If there are other schools and universities that are interested in applying, apply that way as well, whatever is easiest for you. We are waiving the application fee. We are test optional for at least the fall of 2021 semester, as well as spring of 2022. Moving forward, there are conversations being had to hopefully stay that way. And I can get you admitted off of unofficial high school transcripts. So just download those from your college portal or high school portal, send them over to us, and we can get you an admissions decision. Part of that admissions decision is letting you know what academic scholarship you qualify for. Speaking of scholarships, we award $58 million in financial aid every single year. 100% of our students receive some form of financial aid, not just financial aid, but gift aid, free money, scholarships, grants. ways to get invested. So we are going to invest into you because we think you're worth it. There are scholarships available through athletics. If you're interested in that, reach out to our athletic program directly, as well as some of our co-curriculars like music and theater, like I mentioned, as well as Christ College if you're interested in going into the church work and being part of our great Lutheran denomination here. I want to also have a financial aid appointment with every single student that we admit. We want to make sure that you understand the grants, scholarships, and everything that's eligible to you for the FAFSA. Make sure you file your FAFSA at Concordia as a school you want your information sent to, and we will build the best financial aid package available for you. Freshman scholarships available. We do have an honors scholarship program where you can earn up to free tuition, as well as honors program. This year, our freshman academic scholarships range between $10,000 to $19,000. Transfer scholarships available as well for you transfer students out there. Take a screenshot of this. This is a great way for you to visit campus, check out our virtual tour online, email us, call us. We want to meet you. We want to have conversations, and I hope to see your application come across. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you, Concordia University, Irvine. Just a reminder to our presenters that you might want to keep an eye on questions that are in the answer tab because there may be some general questions asked that each of you might want to make sure you respond to. Our next presenter is from University of California, Riverside.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Kiara Merritt. I am a freshman admission counselor here at the University of California, Riverside, in which we are a part of the UC system. So this is just a little overview about UCR. Riverside, we are in Southern California. It is quite hot in Riverside, so we do have some really hot days, but it's still a beautiful scenery. We have just about over 25,000 students, and this number grows every single year. I've been at UCR for a little over a year now, and that number was a little bit lower, so we're definitely growing within the student population. We are a very diverse UC. We're one of the most diverse UCs, and this helps you in the future. So you're going to hear so many different languages and see so many different skin tones and hair textures. So that'll definitely help you in the future. We have some really great faculty, professors who are going to teach you in your major during your classes. Again, very diverse. They have Nobel Peace Prizes, really great researchers, really great authors. Our student to faculty ratio is 21:1. So for every group of 21 students on campus, we do have one faculty member for each student. Of course, we have a lot of alumni. And then again, going with that student diversity, we have over 1,700 international students from about 90 different countries. So we have over 150 majors and minors here at UCR. These are the colleges at UCR. First, we have our College of Engineering, in which we have a total of 9 programs. A good thing with the College of Engineering, 7 out of those 9 programs are eligible for BS plus MS program. So if you're interested in getting your master's degree, you can go ahead and apply to that program. It's a 5-year program, and you'll receive your master's degree in 1 year. Next, we have CHAS, which is our biggest college here at UCR. If you are interested in psychology, that is one of our top majors that students apply to, our arts program. You do not have to submit anything additional when it comes to the arts program. So there's no art portfolios or auditions. We don't need any of your mixtapes, any of that. Social sciences. So if you're interested in sociology or social work. And then we have CNAS. So this is where all of our science majors are housed, as well as math. Biology is another top program at UCR in this particular college. We have our Graduate School of Education, our School of Business, which is accredited by the AACSB, so top 5% of business schools in the world. School of Public Policy, and then our School of Medicine, which is very, very popular at UCR. Just some things about the School of Medicine. So if you get into our early assurance program, you apply by your junior year. If you get into that program, we waive the MCAT for you. So you do not have to take the MCAT. when applying to medical school. If you do your residency in the Inland Empire, then we will pay for a portion of your tuition for medical school. So that looks really, really great. We do have housing at UCR, some really great residence halls. 4 residence halls, one being brand new, which was just open as of this fall. So it's been open for about 4 weeks now. Due to COVID, there are less students in the residence halls just to keep up with that social distancing, but they are still open. We do have campus and off-campus apartments. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely look into apartments as well. For a freshman, you're not eligible for an apartment, but starting your sophomore year, you definitely can look into that. We have really great dining options as well. So of course you have the dining halls and the residence halls, and then we have on-campus options such as like the Habit or Starbucks. So really great options for you all. We, of course, want you to have a lot of fun when you're here at UCR. So we have over 500 registered student organizations. Greek Life, if you're interested, really popular with our block party and concerts. Some previous guests, YG, Little Baby, Trey Songz, SZA, Blink 182, Panic at the Disco. So some really great artists. If they ever have Beyonce, I'll be front row and center. So tuition and fees at UCR, focus on that $15,565. Something that is included in that is our student health insurance plan. But if you plan to stay on your parent or guardians, you can waive that, and that will bring that down to $13,742. The rest of these numbers will look different for each student, as well as the total depending on your situation, where you live, what type of books you can buy, which you can buy books for pretty cheap or rent, personal expenses. So that's going to look different for each student. Financial aid and scholarships. We are one of the UCs that provides the most financial aid to our students. So you can definitely fill out for that. We do have our Blue and Gold Opportunity Plan at UCR. So if your family's income is $80,000 or less, we will pay for your full tuition. So of course, you need to complete your A through G requirements, 3.0 GPA. We are test free for fall 2021. So that depends on if you want to send in your test scores or not. Of course, you can fill out the UC application. You submit November 1st through the 30th, and then you'll get your admissions decision in March. So here, if you want to take a screenshot, you can always email us at admissions@ucr.edu if you have any further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. So we will now hear from University of California, Irvine.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Huma Madinawala. I'm the Assistant Director of Freshman Evaluation here in the Undergraduate Admissions Office at UCI. We are, as Kiara mentioned, part of the UC system. So we're one of 9 sister campuses. We're all spread out throughout the state of California. We have about 4 campuses in Northern California and 5 that make up Southern California. If you look up the map on this slide here, the bottom left, you'll see UCI is located in what I like to call the sweet spot, right in the middle of LA and San Diego. UC Irvine was the most applied to UC school in the state of California this past cycle. So we did receive around 97,000 freshman applications this past year. As Kiara mentioned, some minimum requirements. For California residents, we require a 3.0 and non-residents a 3.4 GPA. This GPA is calculated based off of your 10th and 11th grade using A through G course requirements, which are essentially your high school requirements. If that's not what, if your school doesn't call them A through G requirements, they're typically your 4 years of English, 2 years of history, and so on and so forth. So again, we only use these courses to calculate your GPA in the 10th and 11th grade. And then the last update in terms of our requirements, UCI will also be test free, so we won't be using the SAT or ACT for our admissions process and for scholarship reviews as well. However, on the back end, if you do choose to submit your scores, we can use those exam results to use them for class placement or graduation requirements to meet for the University of California, Irvine. A little bit about our academic structure. So we are made up of 14 academic schools with over 150 majors and minors. The unique thing with the academic schools is within each academic school, you do have your own set of advisors in terms of counselors that are familiar with your study plan that can also guide you on change of majors, what your study plan or your graduation rate would look like if you decided to pick up a double major or an additional minor. So these are some of the, that's how the structure works in terms of the 14 schools. The additional thing that I like to call out on this slide is the undergraduate undeclared program. A lot of students tend to think that putting undeclared on their application affects them negatively. So we definitely want to encourage you to put undergraduate undeclared if you are unsure of what you want to major in, or if you're just interested in a lot of different things. And then the last thing, just in regards to majors, on the UC application, you are able to select a primary and a secondary choice major for UCI specifically. That option doesn't exist for all the UCs. So we highly, highly encourage students to utilize that and essentially elect 2 different majors that they may be interested in, so that if we're not able to accommodate you in your first choice, we'll always look at your second choice as well. These are just some unique and notable majors that we like to call out. Our first column is highly selective majors, so nursing science, business administration, game design and interactive media is in the School of Computer Sciences, psychology, but we do have more than one psychology major, so definitely do your research in terms of what you're interested in and some of the course patterns that you may be looking for. Interdisciplinary majors are housed in 2 different departments, so that gives you an abundance of access to resources. So for example, biology education would be housed under the School of Biological Sciences as well as the School of Education, giving you access to both sets of counselors, peer advisors, mentors, etc. The right-hand column you'll see is the similar but different. So exercise science, typically we always get asked if we have a kinesiology major. Exercise science is going to be the most similar to that. Film and media studies is a great major as an alternative for if you're interested in film. And then literary journalism is also another good example for someone who's interested in public relations or communications. Student success at a glance. So one of the 3 things that we ask students to consider when they're considering the different UCs is location, their academic program, and then size. So UCI is a medium-sized UC campus. We have about 30,000 undergraduate enrolled students and about 65,000 graduate students that are enrolled. All of our retention rates are well above the national average, so we're really happy about that, but you'll see that kind of dip between the 68 and the 83% for the 4-year to 6-year, and that's because on average it takes about our students 4 years and a quarter to graduate. These are just some really exciting accolades that we love to share in terms of things that we're proud of for our campus. So this year we were bumped up to the #8 public university in the US News and World Report, #1 best college in the US according to Money Magazine, #2 for social mobility. This one's a really big one as our underrepresented minority population continues to grow on the campus. That's something that we're really proud of. #1 university doing the most for the American dream, and #1 cool school for sustainability. So our campus is always trying to find alternatives to create more sustainable resources for our campus. We have solar panels on some of our lecture halls. We also offer incentives for our staff and faculty that are commuting to campus together. So just some things to note. #2 school for environment as well. And then lastly, for our campus, there's a couple things that we're extremely proud of and some new things that we're rolling out as well. One of our main pillars is to be a minority thriving institution. We're one of the few universities across the nation that are dual designation school in the AAU. So we're a Hispanic serving institution and an Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander serving institution, and we just rolled out our UCI Black Thriving Initiative. We hope to have all of our identities represented and hope to see you all in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, University of California, Irvine. Our final presenter tonight is with Vanguard University.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelly. I'm the Assistant Director here at Vanguard University. I am the last college rounding out our Southern California colleges. A little bit about who Vanguard is. We are a 4-year private Christian liberal arts school, also in Orange County. We are, I would say, the beach school that's here today. So we're 4.6 miles from Newport Beach. So literally 15 minutes from the ocean. We're a short drive from Disneyland as well. And we're right in the heart of Costa Mesa, centrally located in Orange County. A little bit about where we've come from, some fun facts. We are the first 4-year college in all of Orange County. We are also older than Disneyland, so just to put in perspective how long we've been around. And we're also a Hispanic serving institution. So we are a very diverse private school. I know that that seems like a bit of an oxymoron, but that's truly the case here. We have a lot of students from all over the country, different walks of life, coming together not only to grow in their faith, but to grow in friendship, community, and academics as well. One of the things I'd like to highlight on this screen is our new WA Student Center. It's a brand new 35,000 square foot student center that was built in honor of our centennial celebration. So 2020, we're 100 years old, and we built this brand new building for you all to be a part of. One thing that you'll see here at Vanguard University, we are a smaller private school. So we have an undergraduate population of about 1,700 students, a little over 2,200 if you add our graduate campus. With that comes our small class size. So on average, we have 21 students in a classroom. For every 16 students, there's 1 faculty member. And the biggest attraction of Vanguard is that our programs are not impacted. And so no matter what major you pick, you'll still be able to graduate in 4 years. You can even graduate in less than 4 years if you're coming in with any AP credit, dual enrollment, and things like that. We really want to make sure that you have a very streamlined and efficient academic plan here. We have 39 different degree programs. Our most popular majors are business, biology, psychology, communication, and kinesiology. We also have a lot of students who come for our nursing program. We have a really great bachelor's of liberal arts and liberal education. So if you want to get your teaching credential and go into elementary teaching, you can do that in 4 years along with your bachelor's degree. And we're also a really strong school for the arts. So theater, worship, theology, music. We've got a Bachelor of Music as well, which is pretty unique. And that's just to name a few of our programs. What you're seeing on the screen here is one of our STEM labs. We're also really advancing in the STEM labs. We've gotten a lot of grants, national grants to pursue research across nursing, biomedical science, engineering, physics, and more. And we will incorporate an internship or research experience into every program here. So something that you're going to see is with that smaller class size, you're going to get that hands-on approach to education. You're going to get to know your professors, which is really key in securing jobs and internships while you're in school and helping you with those next steps. We want to make sure that you have letters of recommendation when you graduate. If you're looking at graduate programs like law school and medical school, if you're going straight into the business or film industry, we want to be that reference for you. So you will get that hands-on experience here at Vanguard, and we have labs as well for all of our programs. Like I said, we are a Christian school, so we're affiliated with the Assemblies of God, but we have over 24 different spiritual denominations here on campus. You don't have to be a Christian to come to Vanguard, but we do integrate faith into the classroom. So if that's something that you're looking for, Vanguard could be a great fit for you. We also have chapel opportunities and Bible classes you can be a part of, as well as service opportunities. One of the big things here at Vanguard is our Summer of Service trips, where we send students for a few weeks or even a few months to a different country and serve. We also have study abroad. So if you want to get credit towards your degree and study in a different country, you can do that as well. We have trips all over the world, Mexico, Africa, Tanzania, and Thailand, England. So where we send you depends on what you're equipped to do. We do have scholarships for study abroad, and we also fundraise for our outreach and service trips as well. So we'll send you out into the global community, but Vanguard, like we said, we're a smaller community. We want to make sure that you're making your lifelong friends while you're here. And a lot of that starts in our campus dorms. You'll see on the screen our freshman residence halls. That's a picture of Laguna and Huntington halls. All of our residence halls are named after beaches, since we're right in that area. The nice thing about our dorms are that they're very spacious. These dorms in particular received a $3.2 million renovation. And all of our dorms on campus have private bathrooms. That means that your toilet, shower, and sink is in the dorm room itself. It's not a communal style. We also have apartment style living off campus, and you can live on campus all 4 years. You're not required to live on campus as a freshman, so we do have 40% of our students who commute. In our brand new student center, that picture you see behind me is our WA Student Center, where we have commuter lockers. We also have, just a really great dining facility and service, a brand new coffee shop, an on-campus gym, and a lot of on-campus support services for you as well. If you want to get involved, we have over 125 different campus clubs and intramural sports, from cultural clubs to academic and social clubs. We have it all here. We even have professional sports. So we're in the NAIA, we're a D1 school and have scholarships for that. The biggest thing I want to highlight is we have our own application. And if you fill out the QR code I'm going to put up on the screen, we do waive the fee, and we are test optional for this fall. For scholarships, we also have really great scholarships, $8,000 to $25,000 in academic aid alone, which can be combined with our talent scholarships in music, theater, athletics, worship studies, and anything you might get from the FAFSA. So please scan the QR code. I'd love to hear from you and get you on campus, since we are open for visits.
Thank you, Vanguard University. So we have just a couple minutes left. So I'm going to end this session just doing a quick round robin question with each of our presenters that will also give them an opportunity to answer any last minute questions that are in the Q&A. So my final question to our presenters is to talk for 30 or 45 seconds about a fun school tradition that your campus has, or maybe something that is unique that you just want to be able to highlight. We will just go in the same order in which you presented. So we'll start with Whittier College.
Thank you very much. A fun tradition that we have on campus is midnight breakfast, which is a breakfast that's hosted at midnight on the night prior to reading day, right before finals. And it's just a very fun opportunity for the entire community to get together. You're actually being served breakfast at midnight by your professors and different administrators on campus. So again, it's just a wonderful opportunity for us to wish our students good luck as they enter final season.
For Harvey Mudd, I think, like a lot of other technical colleges, a big fun tradition on our campus is pranking. So the students like to prank each other. They like to prank us. Lots of very creative pranks over the years. I think the most famous one is when Harvey Mudd students went and essentially said they needed to clean or fix Caltech's cannon and brought it to our own campus. So we had it for a while, but then we had to give it back. So I think pranking is probably ours.
Great. At Concordia Irvine, a couple of fun student life traditions. I changed my background. Right behind us is French Hill. A lot of students hike up to the top of French Hill, which is connected to our campus, and can turn around and see the beach, or look the other direction and watch the Disneyland fireworks go off when they're going off. It's a great view from up there, as well as suitcase bingo, which happens every single year. Students pack up a suitcase, not knowing what and where they might be going, go play a couple of rounds of bingo. Grand prize at the end of that night is that if you win bingo, you and a friend get whisked away to a location for a weekend getaway, whether it's down in San Diego, up in the mountains, something like that. So just a really fun weekend getaway.
And I would have to say for UCR, it's definitely, we are known and students love the block party and spring splash concert that I mentioned earlier. And they also have a food truck festival. So all you need is your student ID card. That is like your life, and you will get free food. So definitely our concerts and then our food truck festival.
At UCI, at the beginning of every year, we host and try to break a Guinness World Record. So we've had the biggest pillow fight, capture the flag, dodgeball, and yeah, we hold some of those Guinness World Records that we're super excited about to hopefully do that again another year.
At Vanguard, the most popular one amongst our students is Humans versus Zombies Week. It's a week-long game of tag, or if you have a Nerf gun in college, which you'd be surprised how many people do, you bring it out, everyone gets involved, and then there's one person standing that gets crowned the victor. Even our professors and staff will get involved too. So it's a great way for the whole campus to come together and just have a nice break to kick off spring semester.
All right, thank you so much. So this concludes our time together. I just want to thank each of our presenters for being here tonight. Thank you to our attendees for being with us. I hope that you gained some valuable information. Please do follow up with any of these presenters if you have further questions or we're not able to get answers to any of those tonight. When you do close out of this session, you will have a quick 4-question survey. We hope that you'll complete that survey and give us some feedback on how to make these programs even better for you. So again, just a reminder that this session was recorded. It will be available in about a week at the same website where you registered for the program. And so with that being said, again, I'd like to thank our presenters. Thank you to our attendees. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Thank you so much.